Morning.
So, thank you everyone for gathering. We'll be doing our marketing scrum today. So, let's update from our campaigns. I'm opening MI1 phone and WhatsApp campaigns, online searching. So, the funnel is here. So, response to list to response is 36%. Meeting to response is 24%, and deal to meeting is 25% because we convert one temporary deal with Villa Sese. I believe it's from online sourcing, and that is the update. And for Jing, um, we're probably gonna to get more deals at the bottom of the funnel. Um, to raise the conversion rate to 30%. So I believe we could believe this conversion rate, but for temporary deals, I believe we don't really need some meeting with Mawayan because we'll just like if we have already have the price and the details and the price is agree. I think meeting with Mawayan is not really applicable when we already have the deal. So for the temporary deals, um, we can see from the response to deal maybe to see the real conversion. So I don't think so. If I got idea if the owner agree, and if the owner agree for the temporary, I'll just increase the meeting number. Is that okay for everyone? So we can still see the number.
Yeah, I think so, Aldo, because when we have conversation with the property owners, is we like meeting, right? Because we have
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
agreement also.
Yeah, we also can call it meeting. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
Mas Bimo, for that. And that is the update for the MI1. Okay, any questions for MI1? Okay,
Do I need take
yeah,
some
okay,
notes?
yeah,
Do I need take
yeah,
some notes
yeah,
from the
yeah. For the conversion rate, for the meeting conversion rate, you can add the note. So the conversation is can be counted as meeting.
okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary. And right now, I'm opening MI3 website campaigns. Over to Mas Gani for updates.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I like to give update from the website campaign. So the overall report, uh, the after I do recheck and recount the data, the whole funnel is start moving better. Finally, we can see the result that we gain 3 leads and one deal per September. So yeah, I think after the whole time, the website start moving, and yeah, as I ditto with a result suggestion on the campaign on the activity comment below that the problem right now is on the Google Ads. The audience is pretty not fit, yeah, because the bounce rate is above the 60%. So yes, I'm ditto with a result in terms of traffic. The Google organic have a better bounce rate rather than Google CPC. So please, Open Thomas Riza, please do the pivot so the audience fits with our page. Okay, and then the updates from Tara is overlooking the data from the website that the old landing page has become third page that bring the traffic on the whole the website during September. So before it's 6 or 8 the page. So it's a big step up, I think. And furthermore, the Google Ads is running. The CPC traffic bounce rate is slowly decreasing as well, and of average time user coming from the ads is now 1 minute longer than people from organic traffic. So I believe the ads are helping improve this metric. So yeah, I think that's from my update. Any comment, any
Yeah.
suggestion?
Okay, over to Jing.
Yeah, sure. I have a kind of a new insight, Gunny. I don't think we should compare organic traffic anymore with paid traffic. I think apples and
Mm,
apples, oranges to oranges. So I think
mm,
the more enlightened point of view is you just compare paid traffic from one campaign versus paid traffic from another campaign.
Yeah.
So ideally, you're just trying to get a better because I've seen paid traffic with 90% bounce rate, right?
mm,
And that's absolutely worse than 60%. So I think what the goal should be is it should never be the same. It should just be better than other paid campaigns.
mm,
So just have campaigns. Um, Ideally, you'll probably need to learn this skill. And the
mm,
skill is how do you distinguish two simultaneous campaigns in terms of their traffic onto the page. So can you see the difference? Can you separate one campaign traffic from another campaign's traffic and see what the bounce rates are on those? If you can, then you have actually a very powerful now tool to compare multiple campaigns. Let me just ask Rizal real quick. Rizal, is that possible? From your experience, can you see that kind of different flow of campaign traffic on Google Ads or Google Analytics?
Campaign traffic. So far, I'm not have experience yet, sir, because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Gani, you might have to do a Google search and try to find. I'm 100% positive it's possible, but you'll just need to learn what skill it is. So
mm,
the question is, how do I monitor traffic on Google Analytics for two different campaigns applied at the same time, right? Within Google, right? I know Google Analytics is separated if it's like a different channel, if it's Facebook or whatnot. But let's say you set a Google Ads campaign targeting millennials and a different one targeting Gen Z, right? So ad
mm.
campaigns for targeting different groups. Can you actually see what the difference is
I
and what does
see.
that actually look like? All right.
Oh,
And remember also when you set Google Ads, as we discussed, I think with Osborne last week, brand awareness is free, right?
mm,
Brand awareness on Google Ads always happens as long as people don't click. You get brand awareness; they will see your thing. So do keep that also into mind that certain channels, the impression part might not actually give you too much information. It's more that click through and conversion bounce rate. Yeah. So okay, yeah, that's pretty much it.
okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I have a question. So,
Mhm.
if I may reconfirm that Google Organic have a better bounce rate rather than Google CPC, right? So, do you have like any strategies on optimizing this Google Organic?
Op- you mean optimizing the Google CPC? Yeah, because
Optimizing the Google Organic because it's already good enough.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
do you have like the strategies yet for the?
As I discussed with Mas Rizal before, that on the next campaign we should more apa specific targeting.
Oh, okay,
I think
okay,
that's the most crucial thing because
okay,
yeah, I think so.
okay, okay. Then thank you, Mas Joni, for the update. And maybe you can add, Mr. Secretary, you can add the
Mhm.
discussion, the things that you need to search
Okay.
on the activity, so we can know the update too. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Mr. Secretary. Oh
I
yeah.
think
Okay, thank you. Aldo, actually, I like that question. That's a really quality question about how can we get better organic reach. Um, Gani, let me hear your strategy. If you want to get more organic reach, what would you need to do in order to get more organic traffic to come onto our site?
first is backlink,
Okay.
and then do manually like use incognito page, and then we just click, and then
Okay. That's not exactly the answer. A backlink is a middle metric, right? What is the top metric that you need to start diversifying?
mm, no idea yet, sir.
Okay, listen up, everyone. So if we want to get more organic reach, you got to find more keywords where you're ranked very high. So
Mm,
currently, we're targeting, I think, specifically the keyword Bali Villa Management because that is a very active keyword that there's a lot of traffic going to. We are currently ranked number 8 on a incognito search, right? So if we rank number 1, we can expect to get more Google traffic for that particular keyword. But like Tommy said, as well as a few other people, I think Joffrey talked about this too, it's all about your keyword research, right? You should probably look at where is all the different channels that somebody might find themselves to our page. Now, this is where you might thinking a little bit more diverse, right? So this is the reason we talked about this in Canggu the other day. Think about where somebody might be searching for something before they even look for a villa management property, right? Maybe they're searching for an architect. Maybe they're searching for a notary. Maybe they're searching for a bank loan officer. What if we created a page that was optimized for that type of search, right? So before they even start the management journey, they are arriving on a Bukit Vista page to see blogs written by bank officers, right? Or they're looking at interviews that an architect gives or whatever else. So that would be a way to extend that organic traffic out to more and more keywords so that when people search for Bali architect, they see you have a community page with all the Bali architects on it that talk about Bali architecture. So Aldo, you had a really good sort of insight onto that. That is a really good question to ask. How do we get more organic reach? This is my idea, right? Or a philosophy I think we can embrace, which is how do you get more keywords to be associated with the Bukit Vista brand? So that is how you would do it, right? And then you get the backlinks to support those keywords. And then I think, Rizal, by what we talked about, where we share backlinks from all the different community partners that we talk with. If we talk to an architect, we publish them on a page. They then publish a link to our website from their page, and therefore we start getting more linkages in. Yeah. Okay, but the website idea I think is pretty good for long term. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jing, for the ad. Maybe if you get some takeaway, Mas Gani can write on the paper on the card also. And let's go to another campaign. I'm opening MI7, field canvassing, offline sourcing. Over to Mas Rizal for the updates.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay, for the update funnel is we have an increasing number about for the last number is 36, I believe, and then we increasing about 58. But on the B funnel, under contact and also owner contact, we not sort it yet. So the number is still there, and also the meeting number, I believe it's still there also. We don't have any update. But for the friction is mostly from the owner is from the owner side is they consider uh, they consider to use like full stack service.
Mm,
So
yeah,
uh, yeah, I just think like as I discussed with Mawayan, how can we have collaborated with other agencies or other companies about when about handling the operation
mm,
stuff, and then we handle the marketing side. Yeah, I think that's for the friction about
yeah,
how we can get more partnership or get deal on the future.
yeah. Okay, over to Jing. Do you want to discuss about the collaboration?
I have a suggestion for Rizal. Rizal, we actually do full stack already. The only thing that is not like think about like say a particular property where there's only a Ubuntu, like maybe Villa Kanha, right? All the owner needs to do is to hire a cleaner, and that's it, right? They need to hire a cleaner and arrange for a pool service, which is generally pretty easy, and they have essentially full stack. The reason we have full stack is, remember, we have bigger, right? So essentially, we track each stage of the guest journey. And as soon as, let's say, actually, I don't think it's that hard to do full stack these days. If you just put up an ad like we need a promoter for a villa, I think you'll get thousands of applicants for that, or we need somebody to help clean a pool. So all we need to do is just do that, and we have full stack service. So that's really the only link that's missing. Let me go over to Wayana. Babe, do you believe that's the case? Let's say in Villicon has case, right? We are doing essentially the full stack, no? You're muted, babe.
For Vilacana, actually, yeah, we kind of like doing it the full stack, but the owner doesn't pay the full stack because I recommend like a person that can do like full management stuff, but just they pay the cost. But actually at the moment, so I just telling Rizal the other day, so Putu give me proposal, and then I'm thinking turn that proposal to like a better presentation, and then when we send a proposal, we can just basically A is like full stack and B is just marketing. So we collaborate the two, and so basically the owner have a choice: is it full stack or not?
Wait, hold on a second. We do full stack all the time now, remember? Because Bigger is going to be part of that whole full stack thing. Even if we don't ever just do marketing anymore, let's be clear, right? Because once the guest arrives, the staff will have to use our programs, right? For reporting guest journey, for doing the whole bit. Aldo knows that, right? So it is full stack. The only part that we delegate to the owner is hiring their own cleaners and their own whatever. So you hire your own staff because we don't hire that staff for you, and you pay your own staff because we don't pay them for you, right? You maintain that on your own side. But then we take care of basically training them, motivating them, getting them organized, the whole thing. It's done through Bigger. In fact, that's what we need to be very, very clear on. We are a full stack service because we need control of the staff, right? If the staff are not under our control, then we can't maintain the guest experience. So we all are full stack. But the only part we delegate to the owner is you pick your own staff. And if you need a recommendation from us, we'll get you a recommendation, right? And that part is super, super easy, Rizal. I don't think it's very hard to recommend a decent pembantu or a decent pool cleaner at this point.
I just have a comment from that. So the full stack means the owner just get the report. Basically, how much money coming in and then how much the expenses. Basically, I just get a report. It's not like doing like checking Bigger one by one. It's like what you call like even I tell Putu because if like with full stack I delegate to Putu to basically get the breakdown and everything. So that is not from our side. So we just basically
No. That's not what full stack means, right? Full stack means that we Rizal, that we handle every. Okay, let's go to Aldo.
Okay, if I may get it clear, I think Mas Rizal said that what full stack means is that we cover the operational cost for the owner.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, like so hiring the pembantu and paying their service is part of our service that is
Okay, we can do that, and we just charge them for it, right? That'd be fine. I mean, that's actually super easy, and if they are willing to pay us, let's say, I don't know, 30% of what the pembantu salaries are for keeping them and managing them, we'll say yes to that. That makes sense, right? But most owners would probably not want that. They would probably not want to pay you a commission for keeping a staff there, because that's what a management fee is, right, Aldo? So if I hire this person, I manage this person, then I get a percentage of their pay as management fee. So if that's what they want to do, that's fine. We'll do that, right? There's no reason. Then we get regular income every month, even if the villa's empty, and that's great, right? That's a fantastic business model. Does that not make sense, Aldo? That's great, right? That means even if the villa is empty, they would be paying me, you, everybody, just for staffing people that aren't working. That's fantastic. Most owners probably won't want that arrangement, though. I'm thinking, right? So if that's what they really want, then we'll do it. Yeah.
We get different interpretation. Okay, I think we can move this to discussion management. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
More clear. Let's do it on discussion management. Mas Rizal, please put it on the discussion topic, ya, Mas. Okay. Continue to low priority campaigns. I'm opening MI2. Mas Rizal, your update about this?
For the group post is I don't have any update, Aldo.
Okay, thank you. Over to Facebook ads post.
Okay, from this ads post is about the bottom of funnel. There's no, still zero activity. Because yeah, we still have to consider about the upper activity funnel first, because from the audience selection is not currently it's not correct yet, because there is a gap about educational level, economic status, and also interested factor from the audience itself. And the other side is need to fix about the content, and we have to filtering first about the using private pool villa keyword, and then probably we can use also using occupancy keyword rather than using pendapatan or income, because there is the cost of people like could be our freelance or working with us. I think that, and also I want to consider about using A/B test. So we can also uh, divide which is the best, which is the high audience, basically, like is that Indonesian owner or foreign owner that have a different quality of the audience, and also from the property quality.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that for considering the A/B testing, and maybe using consideration objective about this Facebook ads is quite successful, because people triggering to send us inquiry, and for now is we got 23 inquiries for now, and that's quite good numbers, basically, about the conversion. I think that's all about this update. Yep, back to Mr. Chair.
Okay. Anyone have any comments about Facebook ads post? Yeah, Facebook ads for campaign. Mas Gani? No. Jing? No.
Yeah, sure. I'll dive down a little bit.
Okay.
Rizal, you mentioned education, economic, and interest factor.
Yes.
What are the current settings for education, economic, and interest factor?
We don't I'm not putting anything
Oh.
about this, sir. So yeah, maybe that could be our next consideration.
Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't you go and get together a group of all the owner contacts that we have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you put that in a lookalike audience and tell Facebook to find more people who look like these people.
Hmm.
uh for yeah, the friction is our mailing list is not very high, sir, so
Okay.
we cannot Facebook cannot uh gather the information correctly.
Okay, what I need you to do then is this, right? I need you to get the contacts of Facebook contacts of all the owners that we have, right? And feed that into the lookalike, and then let Facebook do the work for you and find the audience that you need to get. Sound good? Okay, over to Alpha.
How many is the ideal audience for?
The more the better. The more the better, and you need to refine it, right? What it is are you guys familiar with Venn diagrams?
Hmm.
Do you know what a Venn diagram is? So you have a circle A, you have a circle B, and then
Yeah.
in the middle is the intersection, okay?
Hmm.
So that's a Venn diagram. What Facebook is doing is the more Venn diagrams you can put in, circle C, circle D, circle E, it will try to find what is the intersection points of
Yeah.
all these different circles. Is it an age? Is it a income level? Is it a preference? You let the AI figure that shit out for yourself, right? You just need to give it more good data. Now, what you need to do is the more data, the better it can find it out for you, right? So ideally, everyone that is a successful partner, put it in, right? When you get more successful partners, put those people in again. So just clean the data over each iteration for all the successful partners go in there. If you want to broaden it a little bit, Like say you want to indulge in partners that weren't successful. Then go back and find all the contacts of all the failed leads that we had and put those in too, right? But I would separate it into two different lookalike audiences. High quality lookalike audience, more medium quality, lower priority lookalike audience, so that you have your expectation. Always draw the best leads from the high quality ones. And if you run out of leads from that one, then you can draw from the second stack. If you use that, then Rizal, you don't need to figure any of this shit out, right? You just give Facebook the information, the leads, and they will associate it with the Facebook profile, and then Facebook will figure it out for you.
Okay, okay, let me try that, sir. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Mr. Secretary can put it there on the meeting notes. Okay. Thank you. And let's see from the other campaign. LinkedIn campaigns no update. Email campaigns no update. Then before we go to discussion management, I'd like to choose the chairperson for the next meeting. So the chairperson will be Mas Gani, secretary will be Mas Rizal, and the recorder will be me. Okay, I'll stop sharing Trello boards and share my screen. Okay, let's continue our talk about the full stack mean. So let's hear from everyone's opinion about what this full stack mean. I think from Mas Rizal first, the person who brought the topic.
Yeah. Uh, the background of this friction basically, there's a owner that asking about how much cost of the marketing, and then how much cost of the operation and operational thing, like the cleaning, the maintenance, and then the uh, fixing things, that is there anything's broken. That's I think that's the basic question from the owner to that asked to us. And basically the I believe uh, our side is we only do the marketing, right? And because that's what we know for this time. And about the operational things, as is we don't really know, we don't really expert when we explaining about us operational things. And yeah, maybe my purpose is we can collaborate, or we can do it by ourselves about operational things, so we can sell this service to the owner. Yeah, I think that's for me. I'll do.
Okay, offer to Wayan about collaborating or do it by ourselves for the operational cost. What do you have in mind about this?
Basically, what I did is at the moment I asked Putu to basically create me a details on her proposal, because at the moment she taking charge of the pool and I charge this much. So what aku minta ranahnya gitu loh, detail apa aja yang dia akan provide gitu. Nah, aku masih dibikinin. Nanti kalau udah setelah dibikinin, aku mau tim konten bikin kayak lebih presentable. Itu kalau kita mau, if we want to basically send proposal, they have a choice, like basically include basic operational in full time like that. And Puto already agreed that they will calculate include tax, so it will be like more complete than other regions. Yeah.
Okay, so if I may conclude that this means like so after you got these details from that person, you'll come up with a number, right? For us to cover their operational cost too.
Yes, it should be a number of like the detail, like include like the cleaning chemical, like basically all the detail that the owner how much each month they cost.
So is it more like a number or a commission package?
Oh, it's a flat fee.
Yeah.
Putu charge flat fee between 2 to 3 million per seller. So they do take care of the gardening, the pool maintenance, but the staff and the what do you call, both the staff and the chemical thing is on owner, but Putu will give calculation on that.
Okay. So if I may conclude from the proposal that there is numbers for operational, but there's just the number, and if the owner wants to also cover the operational, that is this number, but we don't really do the operational. Is it is it right?
Yeah, we got the number operational, but that Putu will be in charge on
Yeah.
that. So
Okay.
our supervisor.
Okay. I see Jim have some opinions. Let's hear from him.
Okay, so I think we need to actually understand what the problem is at this point, right? The problem is we don't have. Actually, we need to understand a little bit more, Rizal. Uh, of the percentage of leads that we get, how many of them, percentage-wise, do not convert because of this particular issue?
Actually, I have one in Bingin that
Okay, one. Okay, one. Okay, Rizal, what about on your side? How many have not converted?
recently.
I believe Oyan is more knower than me, sir.
Okay, so one. Okay,
And
Aldo,
then
how
the
many?
other one is like the 2 bedroom next to Sankara asking the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I come up with this
Okay, two.
Putu.
Yeah.
Okay, two. 2 out of 52 leads have asked this question. So this, to me, is a 4% problem. Yes? We should be spending 4% of our energy addressing this problem then, right? 2 out of 52. Or 2 actually out of even more leads. We've had hundreds of leads, right?
I'm just saying this recently, like from previous.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, understood.
yeah.
Understood, but I need to prioritize this, right? I need not like, oh, this is a huge problem. We need to go fix this thing because it's stopping us from getting to our SLA. What I'm giving it is I'm trying to give it the right scope, right? So to me, this seems like a 2 to 4% issue. Is that more or less what you believe? Over to Rizal.
Uh, Sir, maybe from my perspective is rather than we divide by the leads, we can divide by the meetings number, sir. Like
Okay, let's go with meeting numbers then. How many total meetings have we had so far?
Um,
20, 30 plus, right?
yeah, 20.
Okay, 30 plus meetings.
Yeah.
So this has happened twice. So it's 2 out of 30, which is about 6%. Right? Okay, so my point is this. Is the time that it will take to resolve this particular issue the most important problem that we have currently blocking us from converting? Or is there another issue that should be higher priority than this to get us to more conversion? Good question, right? Okay, think about it for a moment, but that's just zooming out, right? Seeing it from the big picture. Let's try to solve this while we're here, since we're already here. So, but let's just keep in mind, this is currently, from my estimates, it's a 6% issue, right? For why things are not converting. So let's not, have it fill the entire room. So, okay, here's where I think we need to have consistency and understanding of the new system. Now, we've had a problem before with finance, right, babe? People have already moved the finance procedure to a new process, but yet we are still selling the old process, and HR is still thinking that we're doing the old process, and they're hiring people for the old process. So then when the new and the old meet, there's this disjunction here, right? So we saw that in finance already. Are we doing the same now in terms of our services? Isn't Aldo working on a product integrating Bukit Vista services across the entire guest journey? which is basically integrating the entire stack of hospitality, right? We're integrating the on-site staff to our team, to the marketing, to the whole thing. So it's like a seamless funnel from the very moment the guest understands this to the moment they leave us a review. And we're including everybody into that funnel from the partner side as well, right? So I think that part we need to sell. That part is our new product. We offer a fully integrated solution. We need to be clear where the delegations are, though, right? We need to be clear, okay, who pays for the staff and what is the payment system? Currently, Wyana says, okay, we pay for the staff, or the owner pays for the staff, but we collect $2 million a month to manage the staff, right? Is that correct? That's Putu's arrangement.
That's what Putu doing actually.
Has Putu ever done that successfully, Ben?
Yes, she managed rumah pertama and couple in Dingin, couple in
Okay, good. Okay, so she's reliable. Okay, so then that can be one of the ways we delegate it. Owner pays your staff, you pay us $2 million to manage everything. And cost of everything else is not included in that $2 million, right?
No.
Okay, so cost of materials plus cost of staff, right? And then I think we can give an estimate for what the pays are for the staff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I mean, systemly we do have like full stack, but like what you call like doing it like, you know what I mean? You put in the owner's shoes, like, hey, okay, you're doing this and doing this, and they will need, like.
It's very simple. The owner is like Mrs. Kanha over there. She just needs to look at her report at the end of the month using her bigger app, and that's it. That's pretty much the only thing they need to do, and pay the staff, of course, right? But that's like paying for cable or water or whatever utility. You would pay that yourself. If you want us to pay it, then yes, we'll pay it, and then we'll ask you money to manage that for you, right? That's fine too. I mean, we can delegate that to an intern to do, right? And the intern would pay for themselves that way. But what we're really doing is we're taking care of the entire journey now. We're taking care of the operations. We're taking care of the marketing. We're taking care of the entire thing. We have full control over it. That's what we want. We want full stack result. We don't want the owner to do their own thing and not use bigger and not use the tools that we give them and not look at, that's the whole frustration, right? The frustration is that we have this tool, they should use it in order to manage the guests, but they don't, and they're flipping around doing whatever, right? So yeah, we do take care of the full stack now. Your staff will be managed by Bukit Vista. They will respond when Bukit Vista has stuff for them. We will use the product to manage that. Like Gojek is full stack, right? That's the same idea. So we do full stack result, except that we need to be clear who is paying for what. Owners pay for staff, owners pay for management, and owners pay for the cost of stuff inside their villa. That's normal, right? That's what every owner would expect to do anyway. So there's no thing that distinguishes. Like before, the owner would have to pay, manage, and talk to a different party for operations, right, inside their villa. Now they don't need to do that. Now they just talk to Bukit Vista. Or actually, they just look at the app, and they can see if the operation is going the way they expect it to. Done.
Okay, over to Mo Wayan.
A bit deeper. Like this is like more deeper detail than that.
Is it? It's very simple to me. It's super simple.
Yeah, it's very simple, but like like if we not focus on it, you promise something, it's not gonna work. Like we're gonna like always, look after like if the pool is green, we don't have people like going there like every day. That's why I collaborate.
Yeah, the owner hires pool people, right? But then
meanwhile,
bigger manages them. Bigger manages them. If the pool is green, then whatever, then essentially, then that part of the check-in process was not done correctly by the on-site staff. So that is their issue.
No, at the moment that's not like that. Like just only asking the room clean. It's not like asking the pool clean. The staff at the moment is not their responsible, like making the pool clean or like.
The staff is not responsible for making the pool clean. So who is responsible for making the pool clean?
The operational manager normally, like the staff is just clean the room. Like if like there is like the pool guy not coming, it's not they're gonna check in. Not one operational manager.
And you need to be clear of what operational means then, I think, right? Operational means the owner should hire a pool person, a fixed person, and a pembantu, right?
Yeah, operational is like pool gardener, like, you know, like sit in and out, like dirty, and then it makes sure always um chemical, like it's small stuff, it's added. Don't have capability to doing that. No
Who
one.
does that at Kanha? Who does that at Kanha?
That's more Wayan. So more Wayan in charge on that.
So why don't we do that? Why don't we take one of the staff and promote them to do operations, to do like the things that you're asking, pay them a bit more money, and say, okay, you cover these responsibilities, and this is what you do. Done, right? It's not rocket science, right? It's just resetting expectations.
Yes, I understand, but in the okay, I think this one is like, you know, we lose the one in beginning, like to BNB management in Canggu. Like, I think we need to really understand like what are the competitor promising. Not just easy, you know, but if you wanna like doing it properly, do it properly. Like otherwise,
I think you're overcomplicating what something is that should be simple by adding like a lot of, look, we know what goes into operations, right? So just write down the list of everything that goes into operations, like the way we write down SLAs. What is the pool quality should be? What is the activity? Just write each thing down and then delegate it to the on-site staff that you hire, that you bring on there. This will be done by you. Can you do it? Yes. Okay, then you get paid this much to do that. Can you do this? Yes, you can get paid about that much to do that. So it goes all tacked up onto their salaries, right? And then that's it. It's simple as that. If you don't do it, then you don't get paid this much to do it. Done. No question, right? No confusion.
Okay, I'd like to break a little breakdown about this topic. So the first one is that we believe full stack hospitality service is an opportunity, right? And the problem is what I get right now is the delegation process. Is the delegation process itself, isn't it? So so yeah, I think for the delegation process that we already have like this Putu% right. So I believe that if we can come up with the price or maybe the package for the hospitality service, I think it already covers the topic and covers the what the leads needs.
Pretty much. Yes, I agree, Aldo. Why don't we delegate to Putu? She'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And then just integrate Putu staff to use bigger, right? Aldo's
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
So that they're fully integrated. We take responsibility for it, we set the SLAs, and then it's done. Then we have full service management.
So what I think is the process itself. I think Mawayan can you communicate with Putu about the delegation process and how is the operational things going from Putu, so we can collaborate and connect it with our system, and also ask them to come up with a price so we can conclude them in our service, or maybe it's like an additional cost, or maybe it's like to add one more commission package. You can see from the price. I think for this problem, I think that can be the conclusion.
yeah, yeah. So I already asked that. I'm just waiting for the number and we can review that together.
Yeah. Then after that, if they agree, then we can communicate on the integrating our system to their system, so it can connect beautifully, and we can fulfill what owners need, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Aldo, last question.
Anyone? Yeah.
Who's going to communicate this to the owner that we have a solution now?
Sorry.
Who's going to communicate this solution to the owner now?
I think if we already have, we can reach out to the leads that needs them, and do meeting again, and let's see if they agree with it. Yeah.
My question is this: do we anticipate that this won't be able to be achieved at this moment? Like we won't reach an agreement with Putu, or we won't be successful in delegating this to Putu?
Okay, I want to hear from Wayan. How confident you are if Putu agree with our system? How confident you are?
I'm consider like 80%.
Okay, so I think let's see what Putu has in their mind and come up with a real concrete solution. Yeah,
Yes.
because they are still discussing the numbers and stuff. So I think we cannot conclude it right away because we don't really know their system, right? Yeah,
Okay.
I think that will be the conclusion. And 1 second with the conclusion. Okay, great. Let's over to the next topic, campaign prioritization. Over to Jing.
Okay, so this is campaign prioritization. I reshuffled the cards and am opening it up for conversation for the prioritization. It's really simple. It's just based on bottom of funnel results. Whatever gives us the most bottom of funnel results goes up to the first priority campaign. Whatever gets no bottom of funnel results goes to the low priority campaign. So I put website campaigns to number 2 since we have deals coming out of website campaigns. So that's been upgraded to position number 2. I've also moved over the field canvassing from position. It's in position 3, so it remains where it is. And Facebook group posts is now in. It's been upgraded to position number 1. I've downgraded Facebook ad posts from position number 2 to position number 2 on the other list, on the low priority list, because there's been no meetings so far. So that is the prioritization. This hopefully will then reflect on your calendars and will reflect on how we see more results, right? So this is the campaigns that we should prioritize our time on. Anyway, I'm opening up for discussion. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Okay, so I believe this already implemented in the funnel, right? You already moved it, right, sir?
Yes, I moved it, but you guys are free to veto and move it back
Okay.
if you don't want it that way, or we're free to talk more about it.
Okay, let's hear from Mas Rizal side. Do you have any opinion about the
Um,
movement?
yeah, I agree with the decision because based on the numbers of meeting or the numbers of the battle of the funnel is the apa namanya is the correct decision to move it to the prioritize. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Mas Rizal. Over to Mas Gani for opinion.
Okay, my question will be about the timing when we should do the prioritization. I mean, it's the beginning of the month, or what happened if the middle of the month there is no result and then the
Okay,
card is changing. So you know what I mean?
so it's about the movement and changes. So
Yeah. So
what
mhm.
is the frequent time for the change?
Yes.
For my opinion, I think it's I think it's seeing from each meeting. So how is the improvement going? And maybe over to Jing to some comments.
I would agree. I think at each meeting would be good to restart. Now, what it means, everyone, is this, right? Because we have group time and then we have personal time, right? Personal time is essentially what you can schedule to work on your pivots however you want. But group time is how we work together as a group to achieve our end goal. So I do think there needs to be some sort of identification there, right? This is what I do for the team. This is what I do for myself, right? Um, the prioritization will things change, right? As you can see, like we downgraded website, but now website is doing better, so we upgraded it now. And I think if we are, it depends on our capacity, right? If we have a lot of capacity for agility, then that means that we can change frequently and we can decide to refocus, right? But I think each meeting should be okay. We should take a look at each meeting and say, okay, what should we upgrade in terms of our focus? What should we downgrade in terms of our focus? Eventually, Gani, what I believe will happen is that there will be steady state. Eventually, there's going to be a campaign that just always stays up at the top, and there are going to be campaigns that don't seem to move very much. That's just bound to happen. That's like ranking. right? We're essentially ranking our campaigns organically. So yeah, that's kind of like the natural order. The other question you can bring up is how often should we bring a new test campaign into the into this production? So that is that's something that you can innovate on, right? So yeah, I think we can do each meeting. I agree with Aldo. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Noted, Mas Denny. And have any comments? All good? Mo?
All good.
All good. Okay, great. From me also all good. So we can analyze in each meetings to see if there is any improvement on the rankings. Okay, and continue to next topic. Based on our conversation with Gary Perez, I'd like to suggest using a community approach. Okay, Jing, can you give a little background about this?
Sure. And okay, I'll begin here. So I thought about what we discussed with Gary, and then what triggered a thought in my head is we're getting a lot of success with, let's say, UR right now, right? University relations, and it's because we are creating community. We're creating a community around knowledge, around our mission, and around sharing. So what I thought of is, wouldn't okay? This is the fundamental problem I'm trying to improve. When we go and do field canvassing, we get introduced to an owner through their mandor, which is not necessarily the most credible person and not necessarily the best recommendation, right? It's like, oh, I found you through this. What if instead you, like I think I said this before, what if you were introduced by the architect of the property? What if you were introduced by the interior designer or by the bank loan officer or by all these other people who have a higher domain authority than the mandor? Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so then you have to ask yourself, why would they introduce you? Good question, right? Because you can help them advertise. You can tell about their success story in a way that gets them some fame. It's exactly the same reason why we get mentors to help us to do Startup MasterClass, because they get a LinkedIn post recognizing that they are experts in a particular subject. They get a website with a video of them on it saying that they're really smart and they know what they're talking about, and they get fans, right? So why don't we do the same for community, right? Why don't we bring fans to architects? Why don't we bring fans to business development people at banks? Why don't we bring fans to all the different people a property owner is likely to encounter on their journey? So this is just an idea at this moment, but I'd like to work on it, right? And I just need one volunteer to help me on this to get this started. What I need, once again, is help with outreach. So I need outreach to pretty much architects, designers, furniture manufacturers, anybody, right? Maybe even restaurant people. And we're going to create a Bukit Vista kind of, trusted community. Let's call it that. The Bukit Vista Bali trusted community for property owners. So these are the people you should talk to build your villa. These are the people you should talk to set up your kitas. These are the people that you need to talk to set up your business licenses. We interview each person, and then we create content that then everybody takes a look at, and they go, oh yeah, cool, I want to be a part of that community. So, and then we ask for backlinks, we ask for referrals, and then that solves Gunny's email campaign problem. Now when we send out emails, we can get emails that are direct referrals. We can say, hey, look, you're a partner of Bukit Vista. Would you be willing to refer us to 5 of your clients this month, right? And in return, we will do the same for you, right? We will broadcast your service to our community. Fair trade. And that way we can broaden our involvement. Now, it's a pretty good time to work on this. There's not a lot of busy people right now, right? Everyone's just focusing on surviving. So this, I think, could actually work. But I do need somebody to help me with the outreach. Does anybody have any bandwidth that they would like to donate?
I have a question. So what will be this look like? So for example, like we have this contact of maybe an architect or designers. What we will talk about and what things that can be connected between us and them.
Okay, very good question. It's a little bit like Aldo. Once you have, let's say, a person at Startup MasterClass, then you have all these other things that you can start doing, right? One, you can just, by the fact that you have a page of Startup Masterclass, you can get more people to join. So it starts accumulating momentum. Two, you can invite them like to BVE talks, which is good for them, but it's also good for us. It helps us recruit. Similarly, let's say if we do a video for an architect, we say, hey, you're Popo Danes. You are one of the most esteemed architects. Would you like to come on and join our community? And he goes, okay, what do I need to do? Just record a video and talk to us about, we're going to talk to you like we're a client. We're going to ask you the hard questions that clients ask. And you're going to tell us what you're doing. So he says, yes. Okay, great. So we'll put a video of that on our website. And in return, what we ask from you is, could you pull maybe our video on your website, right? We can talk about like, what it's like to find a good manager and why we think we're a good management company, and perhaps a backlink. So we do a form of cross promotion. They promote us, we promote them. But also what happens is that, let's say there's an opportunity later on, right, to speak in front of guests or whatever, that we can then take, hey, this is our architect, right? We can invite members of the community to look at these particular people speak about their service. Because right now we have kind of like a community, but there's not any content, right? There's like, okay, there's 6, 7 people in this Facebook group, but there's nothing really to talk about. But if we start creating this, then we create conversations about what is a good architect, what is not a good architect, right? What is a good contractor? What is a shitty contractor? What is a good interior designer? How much should you pay? We basically start educating our community about how to become better at making decisions for the things that they need to do. Just the same that we did for the students. And then people will start coming because this is interesting, right? I'm overpaid for my furniture. I got shitty furniture. Oh, the real reason I should pay for good furniture is that it gives me a strategic advantage over my competitors. Stuff like that, right? So we want to use thought leadership as a way of capturing the entire community together.
Okay, so I think for this campaign, I think we can do MVP first. So if you already found a person and you think
I
that
have an MVP. I have an MVP already. It's already on our website. So the first person who joined was Construct Volley. So this was a contractor who was very active on LinkedIn, and he agreed. He basically gave us a backlink, and I took a backlink from him. So that's essentially the MVP. It works, right? People are willing to do this. What I'd like to do next is essentially do what we did for Startup Masterclass.
Yeah, okay.
We invite people in, and then we ask them to tell us their testimonies about why they think their services are awesome and what makes them different from their competitors, and then we go from there.
Okay, so I think for the MVP itself for this summer masterclass, we can bring up this Construct Bali, and if we can see a good progress, we can put it on production and have everyone helps out this project.
Okay, I'll work on the MVP then, and then I'll come back to that.
Okay, I think that is the conclusion of the topic, and we already out of time. I think that's all for the meeting, and thank you everyone for coming. Okay.
I have 2 questions. One, I didn't know Monday was actually a real sync up. I thought Mondays were virtual sync ups.
I think the Monday is our only regular sync up.
Oh shit, that's right. I got it confused because HAR is Friday, so I thought it was Friday. Okay, got it. So Monday's the only real one. Okay.
Monday is the only sync up of Monday.
Okay, good. That's fine. Sorry, I forgot. And then the second one was, I noticed nobody writes comments on, I realized 2 things, right? One, we're not really good at responding to updates on the paper, right? So when we say @doc, nobody seems to check the paper after each virtual sync up. So there's no conversations at that point. And the second is, I guess, Slack, which we have decided is not going to be our go-to channel for responding. But can we at least agree to what we said, I think, previously, which is by 11:30, we have essentially all the discussions are finished too. So right now, by 11:30, I see that all the updates are done, but discussion topics are, if I don't bring it up, nobody else seems to bring it up. And when I tag everybody on it, yes, okay, understood. Yeah. And when I tag people on it, nobody seems to respond either, right? So let's do this on Wednesday. I think we have a. Can we do this on Wednesday? Let's make it all virtual. Okay, let's make it all virtual on Wednesday. But we just agreed to write all the things by 11:30, right? All the discussion topics needs to be on before 11, and all the discussions need to finish by 11:30. Which means also this, which means if you're Tara, and you can put in your topic before 11, right? And people can discuss about it, okay? Okay, I'm gonna delegate that to Rizal. Rizal, can you make that announcement in the group so that everyone's aware about the Wednesday? So we'll try to make it all virtual, but let's keep according to that system, right?
Yeah.
All topics need to be addressed by 11, before 11, and all conclusions and discussions will finish by 11:30.
So it's not until 3 p.m. again, sir?
Was it 3 p.m. before? Sorry, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
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 By 3 p.m. then all the discussions finished.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the thing by 11:30? 11:30 was the Wednesday thing, right?
11:30 is start to writing a discussion, and then the 3 p.m. is finished to.
Okay,
Right.
let's do that. All topics in by 11. All discussions and updates finished by 3 o'clock. Okay. Thank you for that correction. Yeah, I sometimes forget. Don't have good memory. Okay, done then. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes on Wednesday then. All right. But we're doing pretty good. I think our scrums now are the most perfect I've seen across the company. Yeah, they're probably the most perfect. Yeah. Okay, good. See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Have a good
you,
day.
everyone.
Bye-bye.